Here's the real problem. He decides what's acceptable, what's out of line, what flies and what doesn't. It's all up to him. His mood, his moment, his rules. That's textbook dictator behavior. And yeah, that's the issue. He's not following any real guidelines. He's just making up as he goes along. What's up, y'all? It's your girl J9 Eve. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. And don't forget, hop in the comments and tell me what you think. Like, seriously, is this man giving dictator vibes or not? Because what you're about to witness is next level. This man we're talking about, he's the mayor of Harvey. Yep, the town right next door to Tiffany's. And honestly, these two are cut from the exact same cloth. For real, this could be part 2 of the same messy saga. Jedediah recently sat down for an interview with Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark. And let me tell you, this guy runs his council meetings like a straight-up tyrant. Get this, clapping? Totally banned. No, I'm not joking. If you clap during the meeting, no matter what for, you get kicked out. Literally. Imagine that. You're sitting in the audience, someone makes a good point, you give a little applause, and bam, security escorts you out. Jedediah actually called him out on it, asking if clapping could just be allowed again. And to top it off, another caller joined in and absolutely lit him up. It was comedy. We're talking about a so-called leader who bans clapping unless it's for him. Then, suddenly it's fine. Applause magically becomes allowed again. I guarantee if we dig around, we can find a clip of someone clapping for something he said, and he wouldn't say a word. Just like Tiffany. Exactly like Tiffany. All right, let's dive into this madness. And what's really crazy is, he doesn't even know what they're saying, but he's still up there nodding like he's in the loop. Like, sir, what exactly are you agreeing to? The only word she said was clapping, and here you are acting like, yeah, and what are you going to do about it? Excuse me? Sir, you clearly have no idea what the conversation's even about, yet you're already on the defensive. She literally just said clapping. That's it. That's the whole word. And you're reacting like she dragged your entire family tree. Like, calm down. It's a conversation about clapping, and here you are giving NHM, say something else, energy, while at the same time claiming you don't know what they're referring to. Make it make sense. Yeah, see, the real problem is that when he says something is getting in the way of business, what he actually means is, this annoyed me. Like, the moment you make him feel like he's not the king of the room, even for half a second, you're suddenly a disruption. Now, all of a sudden, he can't think straight, can't keep things moving, because he's too busy catching feelings. That's what's really happening here. I honestly believe when he says that line, that's the translation. Is that what you mean, sir? No. Yes? Thought so. The real issue here is that he's appointed himself the ultimate authority on what's appropriate, what's in order, what's acceptable, and what's not. Basically, whatever fits his mood in the moment. That's dictator energy. Plain and simple. He's just out here inventing rules based on how he feels. But let me be clear, his feelings? They don't matter here. Not in this room, not in this role. At home, sure. But on the job? Absolutely not. If your emotions are running the show, maybe it's time to step down. Because if you still want this job, your personal feelings need to sit down and shut up. They have zero relevance to the work that needs to be done. See, what really sets him off is when someone challenges his control, even a little. That's when he shuts down, claiming he can't focus or move forward. The truth? That's not about disruption. It's about bruised ego. Like when someone says something that resonates, especially if it exposes him, the crowd naturally reacts. People want to clap. And what does he do? Bans clapping. He's not mad about noise. He's mad he got verbally hooped in public. Look, I can take a hit. I've got thick skin. Let the people clap. Let us engage. I'm just playing, well, kind of, that weird little laugh. I don't even know what sound that was. But seriously, if this man just said, as long as it's not disruptive, clapping is fine, I'd be happy. Let's start there. Let's build a better relationship between leadership and the people. But no, he had to tack on a condition, unless it's disruptive. And the problem is, to him, disruptive means anything that isn't praise. If it's positive for him, applause is fine. If it's not, suddenly it's chaos. Suddenly the room needs clearing. If someone laughs when he fumbles a word, it's a crisis. But here's the thing. This ain't your man cave, sir. This is a public space. And you're not a king. Now, Mayor Clark, I'm going to be honest. From day one, I've tried to give you a fair shot. I called you after that arrest situation. I reached out when I had real concerns. And to your credit, you did respond. I appreciated that. I want to believe you're more than the loud talk and defensiveness. I see you as someone who's extremely rigid, very methodical. But okay, that's who you are. Jedediah wasn't lying, you're anal. Super, extra, beyond the limit anal. Everything has to go your way, on your timeline, exactly as you say. No clapping. Stay in line. Do it just like this. There's no space for people to think or behave differently around you. When you're in the room, it's always about your preference. That's a vibe you give off. And yeah, you might not like hearing that, but here we are. Now, I do think progress is possible, but only if both sides, including the public, are willing to engage. Let's be clear. This is a man who's challenged power at every level. But now, he's starting to sound like a knockoff version of Tiffany Henyard. And that's not a compliment. Let's jump to when this caller came in and straight up gave Mayor Clark the business. You know that energy. Who do you think you are? That type of moment. This caller, not even local, came in strong. And last time they called, had us cracking up off air. But this time, phew, they told Mayor Clark straight up, you come off like a narcissist. Some might call it being overly controlling. And that alone doesn't make you a bad person. But it does make people question your intentions. Because instead of showing up with a servant's heart, you act like you want full control, like a dictator. Why should residents have to bargain with you just to clap during a meeting held in a taxpayer-funded building? That's their right. And you're a lawyer. You should know better. Now, you'd think someone with a law degree would understand the legal rights of the people. But we've seen how often cops don't know the law either. So civilians end up having to educate the folks who are supposed to protect and serve. It's wild. Just because someone sounds smooth doesn't mean they're right. A lot of people are charming. Doesn't mean they know the law. They just know how to talk. And Mayor Clark, you've used that charm to deflect accountability. You've done it with council members, with residents, and with anyone who challenges your authority. The ones who don't fall in line, they get treated like enemies. I remember the night that councilwoman was arrested. I watched the footage. She tried to raise concern. You shut her down. And when she kept pushing, boom, everything exploded. But let's be clear. She had a right to speak. She had a right to question you. If you're really trying to build something better with Jedediah or with the people, then you need to hear all this. Actually hear it, not just rehearse your rebuttal while we're still talking. Listen, I don't even like people like that. If you're new to this channel, I'll be real. I think humans are weird. But this ain't leadership. You work for the people. They don't work for you. And judging by your attitude, you've forgotten that. They pay your salary. You don't get paid without them. So when you sit there scowling into your own camera, trying to look intimidating, what exactly are you doing? Staring folks down to prove you're the boss? Sir, what? Now, I hope something positive comes out of all this. Good job tonight, Jed. I'll wait to hear the mayor's response. But I'm not expecting much. Because Clark, you made it clear you don't want to be grouped with Tiffany. But the way you've been acting, that label is getting harder to shake. And speaking of Tiffany, you really tried to be her. You ran for the same Thornton Township supervisor role she just got booted from, after saying you weren't going to. That was a lie. You want to be the next super mayor. Maybe we should start calling you that, just to soothe your ego. So here's what I want to know. How you think he's going to respond to all this? Will it be thoughtful, humble, and respectful? Or is he going to come back with that, you can't tell me nothing, I run this attitude? Drop your prediction in the comments and see if you guessed right. Because the way things are going, it's not looking good. Not even a little. And sure, Mayor Clark tried to walk it back. Tried to say, yeah, I agree, it doesn't look great. But we saw that coming. Don't act like you're owning up to anything. You're just trying to soften the blow. You keep using phrases like the people's house while also kicking people out of it. Then you have the nerve to compare it to the White House or Congress. Come on now. You are not the president. You're not a king. And yes, people do speak freely in those places. You lying. The moment people start clapping for something you don't like, it's a problem. But when the applause is for you, suddenly it's fine. You say you don't enjoy the power? Then stop acting like it fuels you. The moment someone challenges you, your ego takes over. And let's not forget, you say you're just Chris, just a regular guy. But let someone call you Chris, and suddenly you're demanding to be addressed as Mayor Christopher Clark. Sir, please. This man is a walking contradiction. And now he wants to start a public works committee. Okay, fine. He says he wants the community to understand the effort it takes to maintain the city. And that's great. But then he flips it and basically says, I challenge you, the unpaid public, to figure out where the money is, how we can do this, how we can do that. Sir, that's your job. You're literally describing your responsibilities and handing them off. And it's not paid? That's convenient. You don't mind removing people from meetings, though. That part of the job, you seem to enjoy. But sharing the work? Delegating responsibility to unpaid volunteers while you keep the check? Nah. You want help doing your job without sharing the paycheck. Sir, I don't like you. I don't trust you. Your eyes are shady. And I'm never going to pretend I don't see that just to be polite. Anyway, if you made it this far, drop a 7 in the comments. That's the lucky number. Mama loves you. Yes, she does. Peace.